Hey everybody, it's Joseph Lewis, aka Jay Adams. I'll give you a run through of the life of a marketing director, ins and outs. So for the past 2 weeks, what I've been working on is another activation for Long Beach Blues Society, in particular Blues with Veterans. So to give you aspiring marketing directors, marketing managers, marketing period, an insight of how we come to sponsorship packages, how we come to the proposals that we set. So it always comes down, and it normally rinse, rosses, and repeat. So it's strategy, it's research and development, strategy, implementation, evaluation. So I'm gonna just go briefly into the phase of going over a rough draft, right? I'm now going over a rough draft that I've written after my research. Now I would be on my notes, going over it with my team before I send it back to the writing team, right? So what I am doing is I'm embedding the Long Beach Blues Society, Blues for Vets, into an event. So you take a brand, this being the Long Beach Blues Society, Blues for Vets. You take a brand, its logo, and you implement that into, for this instance, a magazine, West Coast Heavies magazine, an activation live comedy show with comedian actor Tommy Davidson. That we call an activation. What are we doing? We're actively taking the Blues Society, we're attaching them to a magazine that has its own legs and movement digitally, online, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google, Bing, etc., etc. Comedy show, live and direct, online, website, Instagram, on, etc. So this is something you guys can take heed to and learn from. Hopefully, if there's any questions, feel free to send me an email at WCH Magazine 101 at gmail.com. WCH Magazine 101 at gmail.com. So, sponsorship value points with Tommy Davidson activation. So this is the West Coast Heavies magazine, the Tommy Davidson activation. So now that we have the magazine, now we're going to discuss added value of us now taking what we already have, and now we're adding Tommy Davidson into it. So Tommy Davidson now adds value. Well, let's go into the research and development and talk about what we came up with as far as the value. Sponsorship value points with Tommy Davidson edition. Celebrity endorsement power. Aligning West Coast Heavies magazine brand with legendary comedian Tommy Davidson gives instant credibility and cultural cachet. High visibility relaunch. This is positioned as our official rebranding and coming out again party, meaning sponsors will be tied to a milestone moment, not just a routine promo. So briefly, we'll just touch on that, and that'll be it for this part of the video. The milestone moment, not just a routine promo. So this isn't just a routine promotional campaign that we're doing. This is actually a moment. So this moment will have a build-up. It will also have a post review, post talking about, and it will also be monumental, right? Historical. So we can also come back to that later. So again, we just touched on the West Coast Heavies magazine, Tommy Davidson activation, sponsorship value points with Tommy Davidson edition. The celebrity endorsement power, the high visibility relaunch. We'll touch a little bit about social media and reach. This will be where we'll stop. Tommy's IG, 608,000 plus followers with strong engagement across comedy, music, culture, and then we added here lifestyle. For example, time with family. You see a lot on Tommy's Instagram. His family is very important to him, especially his young daughter, right? Very important to him. You see photos with him and Jim Carrey, his daughter. You see photos with Tommy enjoying time in the swimming pool with his daughter. So we're talking about lifestyle. These are potential attachment areas. The comedy world, the music world, culture. It's very big. Lifestyle. So there's a lot of things that can be attached just in that statement. So this is why when we do these kind of plans, it's very important that you go through these items, and this is how you break down your marketing plans. So again, it's Joseph Lewis, Jay Adams. I'm in the office today, Long Beach Blues Society, breaking down West Coast Heavies Magazine, Tommy Davidson Activation. Thank you for tuning in. Research, development, strategy, implementation, and evaluation. If you get those ideas in your head, the who, the what, the when, the why, and the where, and then the how, those things right there, you can build a marketing plan, strategy, leading to a presentation for anything. Thank you again.